right. 16 things to do to get started. Thank you, Ms. Swain. We're presenting. All right, kids, thanks for coming down. We're going to make ourselves available to you to answer any questions that you have about Roxbury High School. You can see that Mr. Miller, principal of Roxbury High School, is here. He's going to say a quick hello. Student Council is recording this for parents in the community, so just keep in mind, if you do ask a question, we might hand you a microphone so that you could be heard not only by the people in the room, but perhaps by people that can't be here in person, but might learn something from the question that you asked. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Miller. You want the mic or you good?
Nope. All right, good morning, everybody. We appreciate you coming down here. We're really excited for the class of 2025 to come to Roxbury High School. And some of the things that you're going to hear about today from our counseling department is all the opportunities that we were able to present to the students of Roxbury High School when you get there. The clubs, the activities, the various academic classes. We have something called Pathways. So what's your name?
Callista.
Callista what?
Waltman.
So Waltman.
Yeah.
I've had Waltman since I was teaching here, so I'm on to you, kid. All right, so let's say Waltman wants to be a teacher. You want to be a teacher?
Sure.
All right, so way to roll with it.
Good answer.
We have something called a pathway for people that might want to get into education. If you're into communications or law enforcement, and you think you know already that you'd like to do that, we have a pathway to help you get where you want to go. If you are not sure, which many of you will be, we have a very robust academic selection for you all. Woodshop, visual arts, ceramics, choir, orchestra. We have a great amount of electives in our social studies and English classes, so you'll have a lot of opportunities to find things that you like at Roxbury High School. The athletic director, Mr. Mason, always calls from 2:07 to afterwards the second part of the school day. The second part of the school day, you will find something that you can enjoy, and it doesn't matter what you like. There is something for everybody at Roxbury High School for our extracurricular activities, whether it be sports or clubs. The program of studies is online. Did we share a hard copy with this group?
Yes.
And you got a hard copy of that, so it has all the classes we offer. On the website, you can see the clubs and the activities. Roxbury High School is a very special place, like Eisenhower. You know how I know that Eisenhower is a special place? What's your name?
Van.
Van?
Yeah.
Like Jean-Claude Van?
Yeah.
Van what?
Kraus.
Kraus. You got any siblings?
Yeah.
McCool was what's your brother's name?
Ben.
McCool. Right?
Get used to it.
Mr. Miller likes to joke around.
You will know all of you by the second week of high school.
So,
I
your
promise
dad's
you.
from North Wildwood, right?
Yeah.
Went to Wildwood Catholic High School?
Yeah.
See that? Boom!
See? He knows everything.
All right, so Van, right?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was going to just say. All right. Van, oh, no. You know how I know that Eisenhower is a special place, is a great place? Do you know how I know that?
How?
Take a guess, Van.
You know where my dad's from.
All right, who's that back there? Over there, who? Who? Sophia what? Lori? How do you know that I know Eisenhower is a special place? That's right. I taught here and I was a principal here and I got to make relationships with your teachers and your counselors. All right? So, not just Eisenhower, not just Roxbury High School, our whole community is a special place. You got it, man? You all know it now? That's what I'm talking about, brother. All right? So, you're going to have a great time at Roxbury High School. Your teachers, your administrators, they're going to challenge you, they're going to push you to be successful, and we will provide you with the tools and the opportunities to meet that success so you can go on and do great things in whatever you decide to do after Roxbury High School. So class of 2025, we're excited to have you. We look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure you stay involved, and make sure you stay in Roxbury. Got it? All right, good talk.
All right, thank you, Mr. Miller. Miss Mann, you're up next, I think.
No, they're gonna take it up, yeah?
All right, ladies, go ahead.
Is this on? How'd it go?
So this, I would recommend you actually use this one.
Sure.
And that way I can bring that in.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Materia, one of the counselors up at the high school. I am not as loud as Mr. Miller, so I need a microphone with all the masks on. First off, like Mr. Miller said, we are beyond excited to welcome you to our Roxbury High School family in September. And we are even more excited to be here with you live today in person. So thank you very much for having us come down and have this opportunity to meet with you. And for those of you who are live streaming in, thank you for logging on. We got word that you guys had some questions about high school, the scheduling process, and just high school life in general. So we thought we would come down and do some questions and answers for you, because this really is the first step in your high school journey. So we want to make sure that you guys all get off on the right foot to have a positive 4 years with us up at the high school. So I guess we'll start. Okay. So some questions that commonly come up. If I plan on taking band, orchestra, dance, or choir, do I need to enter it as one of my elective choices? The short answer to that is yes. Your core courses, your math, science, English, history, and world language, those are automatically scheduled for you. Your electives are the classes that you have a choice in whether or not you want to take them, and band, choir, orchestra, and dance fall into that category. They also happen to fulfill the fine art graduation requirements.
Also, guys, I don't need that. I'm like Mr. Miller. So we're going to kind of get to the all electives. Any electives that you have, pick quite a few. 5, I think two electives, 3 alternates.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yep.
Because there's a possibility that you might not get into an elective, because I hate to tell you, you guys are freshmen, so the sophomores, juniors, and seniors get priority, but that only lasts for a year, guys. So, just in case you don't get into one of your electives, you want to have backups. And don't just randomly pick an elective, because if you don't like it and you come to us like mid-September and you're like, I don't want to be here, we might not be able to move you. So pick courses that you think you're going to have interest in, and try things that maybe you're interested in.
I covered a couple.
We already did that.
So as far as your world language goes, that is clustered in with your core academic classes. So your current language teacher will put in the recommendation in Genesis for you. So that is not something that is considered an elective. Yes.
Good question.
Can we switch our language?
So you're not required to take that world language. We offer Spanish, French, and Italian. So if you do want to try a different world language, you are more than welcome to. Definitely have a conversation with your parents or someone at home first. And that is something you can indicate in Genesis if you do want to switch that world language. Oh, I did. Okay, we can go to the next one. Yeah.
Let's see if I can project. Yes. I want to switch my world language thing, but when I went on to Genesis, it wouldn't let me, swap out French. Because I want to take Italian, but it wouldn't let me remove French from it, so what do I do?
That is a good question.
I would say I would let your current guidance counselor know if you want to switch it, and then she will communicate that to us, okay?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, that's the best
way to do
way.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I could do
She
is,
has the access to do it,
Yeah.
so she can help you with that.
I would email the teacher, I myself email the teacher, so that they know they make the switch on a form, and that I'll make it the change on your schedule.
Good question. Okay, some other questions that have come up. What if you want to change an elective after you already entered it into Genesis? It's going to be very similar to changing your world language. We would suggest email Mrs. Torres Davis the change, and then she can communicate that to the high school, and we can make that happen for you.
So if a class that you choose is full, when you get your schedule at the end of the summer and you see that one of your top choices is not in your schedule, you will have another opportunity to take that class. So there are certain classes like culinary and wood tech that a lot of kids want to take, and it's only offered to freshmen and sophomores. So you might not get it in your schedule for freshman year, but that's okay. When you meet with us this time, when you're a freshman, we'll make sure to put that in your schedule if you really, really want to take it. But there is a chance that you might not get your top choices, but just know you will have an opportunity later on.
Good answer.
I was just gonna ask, how do you know what our top choices are?
It's how they're entered into Genesis. You're gonna pick your two top choices and then your backup three.
Yeah. We'll be able to read,
Yeah.
what we see in Genesis, we'll be able to know very clearly what your top choices are and what your alternate choices
All right, so let's clear something up real quick. In Genesis, you can pick 2 electives, all right? There's going to be a Google form. Has it been shared, Mrs. Torres Davis? It will be shared. A Google form will be shared with you later where you will select your 3 alternates, okay? So you might be going, well, we were in Genesis and I could only pick 2. Yep, that's right. But Mrs. Torres Davis is going to share that form with you later on, and you'll have 3 alternates you'll be able to select.
Another question?
I already submitted my electives, but I didn't put any alternate ones in, and I can't edit it, so what should I do about that?
That's in the Google form, kiddo.
Yep, you're going to get the Google
You'll
form.
get the form today, so just fill that out.
Yep. There's a question back there.
Another question?
Speak up loud, I'm tired. Speak up loud.
Yeah.
If I don't plan to, I'm attending RHS, should I still complete the scheduling process?
I'll take care of this
Is
one.
it translating our questions? So your question is that gym is not showing up under your Genesis. All freshmen will be scheduled for freshman gym, so don't worry about that. You're all going to have the same grade 9 PE and health class. That's an automatic.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
use the mic, just ask Mrs. Tiny and she'll yell at you.
No.
No.
Karen asked me.
That'd be funny.
No, you're fine.
Alright, how many, options
How many options in electives was the question?
28. 28.
A lot.
For freshmen, there are 28. After freshman year, there's even more. Way more. Hundreds and hundreds.
But Mrs. Mann will show you kind of like what, she'll give you like kind of a sense of what you'll be able to see. And so the options you'll be able to see are all available to you as freshmen. So there shouldn't be anything there that's only offered to upperclassmen.
And hopefully, if we have time, maybe we can go on the school counseling website and show you where you can access the course selection sheet, which just shows you incoming ninth graders, what's available to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
And kids, don't worry if you don't memorize all
Yeah.
this. We're going to send you a document that has an answer to every one of these questions and ones you haven't even thought of as well. All right? Going to be okay.
Sophia has a question.
If she takes band, choir, and orchestra, will it affect any of her other electives?
Well, those would be your electives, so those would fill your elective
Yeah,
spots.
those are considered elective
Yeah.
classes. You'll have room in your schedule for 2 electives. So 2 you would choose as your top choice, and then whichever one, and then 2 additional would be your alternate.
But if somebody, a lot of students like to take band and choir for all 4 years, so you can do that. There will be time within your 4 years at the high school to get in all your other graduation requirements.
I think right here.
Well, one of my classes I got an honors is there a way I can change that?
Change it back from A to honors?
Honors to A, right?
For honors to A.
Change it to A.
You were recommended for the honors? As long as you were recommended for the honors level class, if you had decided that, I don't know what, I don't want to do this, I want to go to A, and then you change your mind again, as long as you were originally recommended for that, then go to Mrs. Torres Davis and she will change that for you.
How do you change a class from honors to A?
How do you change a class from honors to A was the question.
Email Mrs. Torres Davis.
Our answer is right there.
Your counselor, she knows what she's got to do. So you're good.
Any other questions? Do you guys have any other questions? All good. Oh, yes, Sophia.
Just pick the electives. The question was, do you pick 2 from each category? No, just 2 electives. The electives are all in different, they satisfy certain requirements. So you don't have to pick it from each section. You're just picking 2 electives, and then you'll get the Google form for the 3 alternates. The question was, do the electives have to be in the same category, or can they be in separate ones?
Yeah, they can
And
be
the
from wherever
counselor-
you want. Yep, they can be the same category, like if you wanted to do band and choir, that would be considered 2 fine arts, and that's totally okay. If you wanted to do band and culinary, that would be 1 fine art, 1 practical art. So it's really okay. It can be 2 different categories. Question? What's up?
It says like in the requirements that you need to take financial literacy for half a year.
Yep.
What could you use to fill in the other half a year in your schedule?
Good question. So financial literacy is a class that is offered to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So you don't have to worry about that class for next year. But we do offer a lot of classes that are half-year classes, that are semester classes. So in all different subjects. So you could always pick any class that's a semester class to fit in as long as you meet the prerequisites for it. Lots of different classes.
Question. How would the electives work for like marking periods throughout the whole year?
So the question was, how do the electives work for the marking period for the whole year? So majority, it depends. We have full year electives, so you'll have it from September till June. And then we have semester electives, so you'll have it either in the first semester, which is September through January, or you'll have it in the second semester, which is February through June.
What's up?
For the choir analysis, it said that you can choose spring and fall, and I chose both. Does that count as just like 1 year of choir?
Yeah. So that would count as a full year. So that means your 2 electives would be freshman treble choir and Broadway show choir. So those would be your 2 electives. So you would select both of them. That would create a full year. Yep.
We have a question over there.
It's just
Any
us
questions
now.
over here?
Yeah. So he wants to know, when do we submit all this information? Like now.
So the initial deadline was this Friday, but we're going to extend it because there were so many questions. So the deadline is going to be the 26th. So next Friday, everything has to be submitted in your Genesis. Okay?
If by then, if you don't have an actual booklet, the program of studies, I still have some. Okay, so if you want to come get a hard copy, also go back to your emails. Ms. Swain had sent several attachments. One of them was the 9th grade elective courses. So you want to look at that too, just so you know what code to put in.
And I'm going to send you something today with everything you could possibly need.
Oh boy.
Video.
Information overload.
Q&A documents. Coupons for McDonald's.
We'll get
Everything.
to you in a second.
I think it said for Broadway show choir, is that, you also have to take choir for that? Like, do you do both, or is it just one?
Correct. For Broadway show choir, you have to be enrolled in one of our choir courses, so those would be your 2 electives, choir and Broadway show choir.
But you're not required to take Broadway show choir. If you're currently in choir, you probably were recommended for the Broadway show choir. You're not required to take it. You could always choose a different elective if you want to. So you have all the options. Do you have questions?
Yes. How do we know if it's a half-year course or a full-year course elective?
Good question.
So on the Google form that you'll see later, it actually says semester course. Or on the sheet when you're looking at it, there's a big bold S on it if it's a semester course. There's only 3 that are semester courses. Okay?
Miss May, a quick question. Do you guys have anything else that you wanted to get through with the whole group? We got about 2 minutes.
Yes. So
You know, I want to make sure you get through what you wanted to. I'm not going to kick you out, kids, but let them finish up what they wanted to do.
Yeah, so in order to enter into Genesis your elective courses, you need to go onto Genesis and go to the Student Data Scheduling tab, and then under Requests. All right, so this is what you'll see. If you want to select it, you select the green box that says Request this course, and you can only put in for 2, okay? It may allow you to do more than that, but please just put your top 2, only your top 2 in Genesis.
Well,
Well, I requested 3 because like going for my language. So
That's fine, that's fine. Okay, does anyone have any other questions?
We have a couple questions.
I have to switch to an honors class. Should I wait to submit the like elective, or can I just?
No, you submit your electives and then talk to Ms. Torres about the honors, okay?
Okay.
What did she say? Go ahead, go ahead. Yeah. So when you get the Google form, fill out the Google form how you want it to be, and then myself or Ms. Torres will go in and fix it for you, okay?
On Genesis, I wanted to fix 2 semester courses.
So you would do that?
It would let you.
Yeah, it'll let you do that.
I also just want to say that for those of you that want to change the level, if you want to go down in level so that you were recommended for honors but you just want A, fine, you can just email me and I can take care of it. However, if you want to go to a higher level, let's say you were recommended for A, but you want to do honors, that has to go through your teacher as well. Okay, because we want to make sure that they think that you'll be successful there.
All right. Go If ahead. it's not like a full, like, throughout the whole year, would you have to pick more than 2 electives?
If you're taking a semester class, you need to pick 2 semester classes so they can back up, so
Yeah.
you have a class for the whole year.
There's only a few semester
Yeah.
classes for freshmen.
As a
so-
freshman, most
Yeah.
of your classes are going to be full year.
You'll see the half-year ones say 2.5 credits. You
You
can
see
see
that?
up there. Five credits are a full year, and so like you only have two options there, for example.
Question back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So mine is kind of like a sports question. It's like, are the sports seasons gonna be full length or are they gonna be shortened?
Hopefully you'll have a full season,
Okay.
but we don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I know about the points thing and how you graduate, but like, does it matter what electives you pick? Like the points, like, say like if I want to like get into college and they look at what electives I take, does that like matter? Like say, I don't know, like take like woodworking over like culinary, like would that like matter?
You choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
I
they'll,
know.
and the counselors, once you get there, will make sure you have all your requirements for graduation, and then later on that you have what you need in order to be a successful college applicant.
Right, and high school is about trying new classes and trying new things. So freshman year, if you see something that you think you might enjoy, go for it. And then as you're a freshman and as you get older, we'll also work with you on kind of like fine tuning your interests and proper electives for you. So we'll be, working with you.
Make sure you check your emails today for all the attachments.
And check your email all the time. Get into that habit, please. Please.
Really quickly, guys, over the past few days, we spoke to our current students and we told them we were coming here and we asked them for little pieces of wisdom that we could share with you. The biggest thing was, the next 4 years are going to fly by. They really are going to go quickly, and we want to make sure that you get the most out of them. So get involved. Try something new, like a new elective, or sign up for a club or a sport that you might not be a part of now. The high school is a wonderful place. As Mr. Miller said, there is something for everyone at Roxbury High School. So the more you get involved, the more you're going to want to be there, and the better your high school experience is going to be.
And everything counts.
Yes, everything counts.
From
Grades
yep.
and attendance.
From the moment you walk in the door, everything counts. So just always keep that in the back of your head.
Personal tidbit. I took one class, one elective in high school, adolescent psychology. That's what led me in part to where I am today.
So you
Shout
never know.
out for the baby.
You never know.
Are there any other questions we can answer for you? Is everyone excited to come to the high school?
Yes.
This is a great bunch.
Good. Yeah, we hear good things about your class.
I want to know, I don't want to be in band, orchestra, and choir. So what do I take instead of any of that?
Good question.
So the fine art requirement includes the performing 1, which is visual arts, like drawing and painting. So you can take that class and then you can fill the rest.
So if they are 2 minutes late for your next class, for your teachers, please do excuse them. Thank you.
Anybody else
Do we
have
have
any
any
other
virtual
questions?
questions?
Typically, schedules come out sometime during the summer. You'll get a Honeywell, so you'll be able to log on to Genesis to actually see what your classes are and what blocks they offer. And then we also usually have freshman orientation the day before the first official day of school. So hopefully this September you guys will get to come. This past freshman class had to do it virtually. So hopefully you'll be able to actually come to the building, tour around, see where your classes are before all the masses come in the next day.
Yep. Good. We look forward to meeting you guys and having you at the high school. It'll be fun, we promise.
Thank you.